Have you ever wondered why the same type of draining, manipulative, or emotionally unavailable people keep showing up in your life, no matter how much you change or grow? It's not your fault, but there is something you can do about it. Today, we're diving deep into how to stop attracting toxic people and start creating space for healthy, genuine, loving connections that lift you up instead of tear you down. Welcome to the space where healing meets empowerment. This isn't just another list of red flags. We're uncovering real, powerful, and honest shifts that'll help you rewrite the patterns you've unknowingly been stuck in. Let's get into it. You know, for years I researched shame and vulnerability, and what I learned is that we often try to outrun the things that scare us most. But the truth is, the only way out is through. The same goes for toxic relationships. We have to be willing to look inward, not to blame ourselves, but to understand the deep-seated beliefs that might be keeping us tethered to unhealthy dynamics. Toxic people are often drawn to something in you, not because you're weak, but because you have something they crave: empathy, loyalty, kindness. But these beautiful traits, when they go unprotected, become open doors for manipulation. Here's the hard truth. Most of us don't attract toxic people because we're broken. We attract them because somewhere along the way, we were taught to tolerate dysfunction as normal. Maybe it was a parent who struggled with their own emotional baggage, or a friend group where drama was the currency of connection. But those early experiences wired in a subconscious belief that love had to be hard, or that we had to earn it through constant giving and people-pleasing. So I want you to really sit with this. What do I tolerate in others that makes me feel drained, unseen, or disrespected? What do I excuse in others that I wouldn't accept from myself? And be really honest, where do I fear being alone more than being disrespected? These are not easy questions. They require digging deep, getting uncomfortable, and having the courage to look at the patterns without judgment. But that's where the real transformation begins. Let's talk about boundaries. And I'm not talking about the kind you whisper. I'm talking about the kind you embody. Boundaries are not selfish. They are the essential act of self-respect. And here's the thing. You don't have to explain your limits to everyone. You just have to know them, believe in them, and enforce them with quiet, unwavering conviction. Setting boundaries is about honoring your worth. It's about saying, this is what I will accept, this is what I will not. It's about recognizing that your energy, your time, your love, they are precious resources, and you get to choose how you share them. Here's the thing about boundaries. Toxic people hate them. They see them as a threat to their control. Healthy people, they not only respect them, they appreciate them. Because healthy people understand that boundaries aren't about shutting people out. They're about creating a safe space for real connection to flourish. We can talk about boundaries and red flags all day long, but if we don't address the root of why we attract certain patterns, we'll keep repeating them. Patterns repeat until we learn the lesson they're here to teach us. And that lesson, it usually lives in the heart of our unhealed wounds. Our emotional baggage doesn't just disappear. It becomes the lens through which we view ourselves and our relationships. Ask yourself, who was the first person in my life that made love feel conditional or unsafe? Was it a parent who withheld affection? A friend who betrayed your trust? Do you find yourself chasing validation because deep down you fear being abandoned? These early experiences create what's called trauma bonding energy. And here's the hard truth. Toxic people can sense it a mile away. But here's the beautiful thing about healing. It's possible. It takes time. It takes courage. But it starts with awareness. Start by reconnecting with your inner child, that part of you that still carries the pain of those early wounds. Practice self-validation, even if it feels awkward at first. Write down your wins, no matter how small. Remind yourself daily that you are enough without anyone's approval. And most importantly, practice saying no without over-explaining or apologizing. When you heal the wound, the need for the wrong people disappears. Chapter 4. Detox your environment, clearing the air for healthy connections. When we talk about attracting healthy relationships, we often focus on the people in our lives. But your environment isn't just about people, it's about energy. It's about the invisible forces that shape our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Take a look around. Are your social media feeds filled with drama, comparison, and negativity? Do you engage in gossip, even casually, because it feels like a weird form of connection? Do you allow people to dump their emotional baggage into your space without consent? Listen to me. You deserve better. Cleansing your environment means becoming a curator of your energy. It's about unfollowing anything that makes you feel small, insecure, or drained. It's about consciously choosing to consume content that uplifts, inspires, and expands your heart and mind. Toxic people need chaos to survive. They thrive in environments where drama is the main course and negativity is always on tap. But when you commit to living in a space of peace, intentionality, and joy, you create a force field that toxic people can't penetrate. They simply can't survive in that kind of energy. Chapter 5. Level Up. Building the version of you that doesn't entertain toxicity. Becoming someone who doesn't attract toxic people isn't about changing who you are. It's about stepping into your full power. It's about building a life so aligned with your values, so full of self-love and respect, that toxicity simply cannot take root. It's about recognizing that you are worthy of healthy, reciprocal, life-giving relationships. This means getting really honest with yourself about the behaviors you're tolerating. Are you justifying bad behavior in the name of love? Are you staying silent when your needs aren't being met? Are you afraid to walk away because you fear being alone? This isn't about becoming cold, harsh, or jaded. It's about becoming discerning. It's about understanding that your love is a gift, not an obligation. And it's about having the courage to walk away from anyone who treats it like a bargaining chip. Clarity is magnetic. The more you love yourself, the less room there is for anyone who doesn't. Chapter 6. Embrace the silence. Being alone until it's right. One of the most powerful things you can do to break free from toxic patterns is to learn to love your own company. I know that for many of us, being alone can feel scary. We're conditioned to believe that we need someone else to complete us, to make us whole. But the truth is, you are not lonely. You are healing. And there is a world of difference between those two things. Toxic patterns often take root in the soil of loneliness. When we don't feel comfortable in our own skin, when we're constantly seeking validation from outside sources, we become vulnerable to anyone who offers even a crumb of attention, even if that attention is laced with manipulation or disrespect. Use this time to reconnect with your passions, to explore new hobbies, to dive deep into self-discovery. Journal your growth, celebrate your wins, and allow yourself to simply be. When you fall in love with your own energy, the wrong people will naturally fall away. And the right people, the ones who vibrate on your frequency of self-love and respect, they'll meet you there. Chapter 7. Red flags, know them, trust your gut, act fast. We've talked a lot about the inner work, about healing and boundaries and self-love, but I also want to give you some practical tools to help you identify toxic people early on. Because the sooner you recognize the red flags, the faster you can move out of harm's way. Here are a few signs you should never ignore. Love bombing followed by inconsistency. Does someone shower you with affection only to disappear or become emotionally unavailable? Watch out. Subtle digs masked as jokes. Pay attention to how someone's words make you feel. Do they leave you feeling small or insecure? That's not okay. Do they always play the victim? Do they refuse to take responsibility for their actions and always blame others? Run. Don't wait for someone to become good enough for the love you're capable of giving. If someone makes your soul feel heavy, believe that feeling. Trust your gut. It's usually right. Chapter 8. Rewrite the script. Reprogramming your subconscious for healthy love. So much of what we attract into our lives is a reflection of our subconscious beliefs. the stories we tell ourselves about who we are, what we deserve, and what love should look like. If you're tired of attracting toxic people, it's time to rewrite the script. Maybe you were told you had to earn love, or that being needed is the same as being valued, or that you're too much, too sensitive, too intense. These beliefs, even if they're not true, become self-fulfilling prophecies. They shape the energy we emit and, in turn, attract people who mirror those beliefs back to us. Start by identifying the negative beliefs that are holding you back. Write them down. Then, for each negative belief, create a positive affirmation that counters it. Repeat these affirmations daily, even if you don't fully believe them at first. Pair them with meditation, visualization, journaling, anything that helps you embody the energy of these new beliefs. Remember, your mind is a powerful tool. Use it to create the reality you desire. Chapter 9. Protect your peace. It's your superpower. Here's a secret no one tells you. Your peace is your most attractive quality. It's not about being perfect, having it all together, or never experiencing hardship. It's about cultivating a deep sense of self-respect, a knowingness that you are worthy of love and belonging just as you are. Protecting your peace means setting clear boundaries and enforcing them without apology. It means saying no to things that drain your energy or compromise your values. It means choosing to spend your time with people who make you feel light, seen, and appreciated. When you prioritize your peace, you send a powerful message to the universe. I am worthy of respect. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of a life filled with joy, meaning, and connection. And the more you embody that energy, the more you will attract people who mirror it back to you. Outro: you are worthy of love. So if you're done repeating the same draining cycles, if you're ready to break free from emotional chaos and finally attract real, respectful, nourishing relationships, this is your moment. It all starts with you. Your energy, your standards, your healing, your power. You deserve connections that bring life, not drain it. And it begins when you choose yourself first. If this video helped you even a little, share or comment your biggest takeaway below. Don't forget to subscribe for more powerful healing content every week. And remember, you are not too much. You were just in the wrong room. Now it's time to build your own.